In the last video, we configured together the sales organization, distribution channel, and division, and the three of them together form the sales areas. And in the video today, we will continue our sales process with the creation of the customer master data. Welcome to another video in the SAP configuration from zero playlist, where we start our configuration from zero until we run end-to-end certain business processes. We started first with the procure to pay process that we configured together from zero until we posted a supplier invoice, and then we switched it to the order to cash process that we started in the last video, and this is the second video in the order to cash. If you would like to follow the playlist from the beginning, which I completely recommend, then you can go to my website www.galadconsulting.com/courses, and from here you will find the SAP configuration from zero course. You can go here to the menu in courses and click on the SAP configuration course. It is very easy to find and it is available to everyone. You do not need to subscribe or to pay any membership to get access to this diagram. Here, if you scroll down, you are going to find this diagram that shows all the videos in the playlist that I explained so far. And if you click on any box, it will take you directly to the video on YouTube. You see here it is zoomed out, so it is very small. But if you would like to zoom in, all you need to do is to click here, and this will zoom the boxes in. Any yellow box is a video that you have to watch. Any blue box is a deep dive video if you are interested in more details about the topic. The last video we did was about the defined sales area. This is why, as you see, if I click here, it will take me to the video on YouTube. And today we continue with the defined customer master data. It is not clickable yet because I'm still recording the video now. It will be clickable after I finish recording the video, editing it, and publish it on YouTube. Now let's go back to our SAP and continue our demo. So in order to continue the sales order, which is the first process in our order to cash process, we must have a customer. So today we are going to create the customer master data together. We have already configured many things related to the business partner when we created the supplier. So if you'd like to go back to the video in the playlist to see how we created the supplier, it will also help you understand what we are going to do today, because I'm not going to repeat everything from zero. So now we already have a business partner that we used as a supplier, and we can use the same business partner as customer if we want, or we can create a new one. In order to create a business partner, we go to the screen /OBP business partner. And from here, we can either open a partner that is already available or create a new one. So if I click on start here, it will show me all the business partners that have the search term AG. I can use any of them, or let's create one together from zero. So now I'm going to click on organization, or you can click on person if you are defining a person, but let's go with organization. And here I'm going to select the general rule. So this is the first thing we maintain in any business partner, the general data, which is the name, address, search term, and so on. And then in the grouping, I will select my grouping that I configured. So the grouping is AG. And this is responsible for the number range and many other things. Now let's go here to the title and let's say company test customer for AG60. And in the search term, I'm going to insert AG, so this way I can easily find it later. I can also insert here AG60. And then we insert the address, so this is in France. The postal code is for Paris 75001. And we can insert any street. The PO box not needed, language is English, and then press enter to see if we need any other details. Now let's save. So business partner 291 has been created. So it has been created only in general data. Now in order to define this customer for our company code AG60, I need to go here to change and then choose the rule that I want to create. So I'm going to create the rule AGCU00, which is also a rule I created for the customers. And then from here, I can go to company code data. And then we insert our company code AG60. And the reconciliation account. Let's see if we have any. We do not have any reconciliation account. Same as when we created a supplier, we had to insert a reconciliation account for suppliers. Now for customers, we have to insert a reconciliation account for customers. So this is the GL account that will be connected to the customer, and it will appear in our balance sheet. In order to create this GL account, we go to the transaction FS00. As you see, we are doing everything together. So now we need a GL account. In case in real life, when you are creating the customer, you contact someone in finance to give you the GL account that can be used for this customer. So now we go /O FS00, and let's create together our local customers account. So this is another company code that's called ZG60, and it has this account 141000, but I don't think it's created in our company code. So let's see for AG60. This account is not created, so let's create it. So this is a balance sheet account. It's from the group of asset reconciliation accounts, and it has a description local customers. If I go to control data, it has the currency EUR, which is coming from my company code. And here we can choose if it is a reconciliation account. So this is a reconciliation account for customers. So from this drop-down menu, I will choose customers. This is how SAP is able to link this GL account to the business partner creation screen. And then we can go here to create bank interest. Field sales group is very important. And for reconciliation accounts, the standard one is G067. We usually use the standard field status groups even when we are in real life projects, or if there is a need to change, then we copy the standard and we modify simple things. But the standard one for reconciliation accounts is G067. Now let's save, and let's go back to our business partner. So now we have created a reconciliation account. Let's see if it is available here. So once I check the available values, now we have an account, because in the GL account, we marked it as a reconciliation account for customers. So it's appearing here. And then we can insert any other data if you want. Nothing is mandatory here. I can also go to the customer payment transactions, maybe insert a payment term. This will help accelerate the processing of billing documents later. And also a payment method if we have any, but I'm going to leave this empty for now. And let's save. So now we have defined our customer on the company code. We still have something missing. So customer is from EU, enter a VAT registration number. This is mandatory. So we need to insert a VAT registration number for the customer. To do this, we go back to the general data. So the data has not been saved because this is a mandatory thing to insert the VAT registration number for customers or vendors that are in Europe. So now I'll go here to identification, scroll down, and here we insert our tax numbers. So for France, the category is FR0, this is standard, and we insert a tax number long. There is a criteria for the tax number. I'm not sure if I remember it correctly, so let's try something together. So must have a length of 13. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. So now this one is fine, it's working. So let's save. And now we have defined this customer in our company code. In order to use it for sales, we also have to define it on the sales views. To do this, again, we are in the change rule. And from here, we go and select the AGSD customer. If you are using my SAP server, then you can use my rules. If you are using another server, then you can use the standard rules for customers and vendors, and they are always configured by standard. But this one I define myself. So AGSD customer. And then we go to the sales and distribution data from here. So click on sales and distribution. And from here, we insert our sales organization, AG60, distribution channel, AG, and division, AG. So you see everything, even the customer master data is linked to the sales area. So now enter. And from here, we can insert any data we want. I'm not sure if anything is mandatory, so let's check. An entry is required in the customer pricing procedure. This is correct. So we have to insert a customer pricing procedure here. And I will explain to you later what this is when we get to the pricing procedures. So this is a mandatory entry. For now, let's insert 01, which is a standard input. Do we have anything else that's mandatory? Tax classification is required. And the tax classification data can be found in the sales and distribution data under billing. If you scroll down here, we have the tax classification. So I will insert here 0 and 0. All of this is standard. By doing this, I'm telling SAP that no tax will be applied to this customer. We don't want to complicate the process now. We are just doing a simple process without any taxes for now. So let's save and see if we have any errors. An entry is required in the shipping conditions. Okay, so let's insert a shipping condition. All of this is standard, so let's choose 01 and save. If you are interested in any of these fields and you would like to understand more about it, then you can do as we always say. You right click, go to help, and from there you will see what is the meaning of this field. And then you can also go to the SAP help library from Google. Just click SAP help library shipping conditions and it will give you more details about this. The information is everywhere. The objective from this playlist is to find the easiest and shortest way to do everything from zero until we run a complete simple order to cash process. And that's what we are doing now. So I cannot dive deeply into all of the details. For now, we have created our customer in general data, in company code data, and in sales and distribution data. So now it's defined for my company code and also for the sales organization. So now, and we already saved, let's go back to our sales order screen. And now we can insert our customer. So the customer is 20091. So this is the one we just created, and as you see, it is already available here. So let's select it. No pricing procedure could be determined. So this is something, there's something missing in the configuration that we have to maintain. If I click on help here, SAP is not able to determine pricing procedure. The pricing procedure is what determines the price, the discounts, and so on for anything that we are going to sell. And SAP is not able to determine it. And as you see here, there is the customizing button. So there is something that can be done in configuration, but I'm not going to do this in this video. So for the sake of this video of the creation of the customer master data, we are done. We have created our customer. It is available in the sales order screen. In the next video, we are going to talk about the pricing procedure, which is a very important thing in the sales process. So in the video today, we have seen together how to create a business partner in the general view, how to extend it to the finance accounts receivable view, and how to create the reconciliation account and assign it to the customer. And we have seen how to extend it to the sales area and maintain the sales and distribution fields. Now your homework is to go to your SAP S4HANA practice system and create a customer exactly as we did. If you do not have access to an SAP S4HANA practice system, then you can use the same system I'm using here. Go to my website www.galalconsulting.com/SAP access, and from here you will be able to subscribe and pay online, and you will get access to the SAP server after 1 day. This access will allow you to configure anything you want in any module. Also, do not forget to check the diagram for the course map on my website, galalconsulting.com/courses, to see all the videos I published before and all the videos that are published after this one. And you always have to follow the playlist. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share the video with your connections, check the channel membership program if you would like to get access to member exclusive videos, documents, and our private Slack community where you can chat with me and the other channel members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.